Hi everyone, thanks for taking the time to stop by the channel and to check out my research and work. I always love interacting with everyone. And speaking of interacting with everyone, Tropical Panda YouTube channel, thank you very much for stopping by and taking interest in my channel and taking the time to view some of my videos. This shout out is for you. Listen, uh, Tropical Panda, younger people are coming onto this site, and I really appreciate it. It's hard to understand for us, for anyone at any age, and there's a lot of questions that you may have watching some of these videos. And if you have anything to ask, please do not be shy to comment. There is no silly questions about space. I mean, basically, we know nothing about it. Hi and welcome, everyone. This is the last of the footage from the beginning of June that I got of the surface of the moon. It would be between the 4th and the 6th of June. I got some beautiful, magnificent full moon footage last night and a bit the day before. So what we're going to do is the next video I'll have up will be the full moon footage. So thanks for watching. We hear so much talk about ejecta. It's driving me mad. We'll never know unless we go up or unless an honest astronaut obviously would come back and divulge exactly what's on the surface of the moon. On Earth, they have regolith too. Why am I talking about regolith? It's largely a product of weathering. Bedrock, it can be exposed to water or other compounds that percolate through the soil, or it may occur as an outcrop that is a deposit of rock exposed at Earth's surface. These chemicals can alter the rock's mineral content over time, breaking down some material into smaller components and separating it from the bedrock layer. Bedrock can also become regolith as a result of mechanical weathering, a process that breaks the rock into smaller pieces through the application of a force. This was, wow. I'm not going to get into that yet because it's talking about Earth, but on the moon, when we talk about regolith, when does it occur? Well, it's a mixture. It occurs when a mixture of powdery dust, basically everything that's deposited on the surface of the moon, and parts of broken rock. But I'll talk more about the broken rock later. Lunar regolith is formed by the impact of meteorites. They're saying. I don't know whether or not it is there. It is basalt. It is lava. Could have been formed mechanically, which I believe, but um, the force of the collision, they say, that of the meteorites melts some of the impacted regolith already on the surface to form objects. Now, this is what I'm reading about. Very interesting. Agglutinates. But before getting into the agglutinates, I'll just tell you this, okay? It heaves debris. It's the ejecta. And what happens is the impact heaves out debris outward. This is what they say, science says, called ejecta, outward from the point of impact, poof, directly back up, shoots back out, just like a drop of water. Drop a rock in water. The concentrated drop will go to the center and the force will shoot it back up. Regolith development on asteroids also follows the lunar pattern. On Mars, guys, the sand, they say that has been shown to make up of a significant portion of the regolith. Right. On Mars, the sand. Whereas on Saturn's moon, Titan, the regolith is said to be composed of water, ice, and or hydrocarbon. So, guys, to make a long story short, agglutinates. Why was I talking about that? I'll get to the point. Agglutinates are objects that when the meteorites, or what we're going to say meteorites, this is what science says, but in reality, I know it came from a mechanical event that happened or event of construction, of fusioning lava with no matter what tools they had. This is what I believe. But science says that when the meteorites hit, the ejection of the volcanic ejecta flew up into the air and the pieces solidified. And if the pieces are 64, do I remember? 64 millimeters, which is 2.5 inches wide, while they solidify through flight in the air, when they land, they are termed as two or three different styles of either football-shaped, ribbon-shaped objects. They call them bombs of volcanic ejecta. Why am I saying this? Because we're seeing structures on this supposed ejecta. So there's two things that could have happened. NASA's right about these meteorites and the asteroids, and then the aliens came after, or we went up after to colonize on this, saying, it's a solid base to build tunnels through and a solid cover, withstanding heat. Obviously, it's lava. I mean, it's perfectly natural, and it's a base. It's a cover. It holds a temperature, most definitely normal temperature, and is a protective layer against other asteroids, this thick layer, so they could easily build underneath this. We don't think of that. For example, 3,000 years ago, let's just say we were already here on Earth and on other planets. It was like Star Wars, guys. What am I saying, Star Wars? You laugh. No, in reality, all the planets were interacting with each other, trading, working, mating, all with each other, and all these races and different species came to be. When that happened, um, what would happen if on Earth we lost 50 to 100,000 years of information of what went on? Or it was hidden from us either in the Vatican archives or whatever way, in caves, in messages, hidden messages. We don't know. If there's a part of our history missing, we'll never ever be able to find the truth. They're laughing in our faces. So we have to observe the moon and other planets, and we're finding structures. We don't need them to find the truth. It is thanks to these people. This is my force, force of the channel, the community's force. And they're the ones that are making my dream, our dream, the community's dream, possible to get that big telescope. Tom Hooper, brother, you're driving me nuts. $27. You just couldn't stand it being under that $100 mark, eh? I couldn't stand it either. $127 total, three donations. Tom, very modest. I know you don't like the attention. So I added some stars. Bro, this is how much it means to me. And I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.